Well, the price for your next home could go up if the Trump administration is successful in its plan to deport millions of undocumented immigrants.
Yeah, part of the issue here is, like it or not, the reality is that many of the people who build local homes are undocumented. News 3's Dana Wagner has been tracking this story for us, and he's in the studio with more on this tonight.
Well, it's a great point. I'm glad you bring it up because it may be surprising to some just how many people that help build this city are not in this country legally, and removing them may come at a price. You drive down the Las Vegas Strip, every major hotel, every stadium or arena, Allegiant, T-Mobile, F1 infrastructure, the Southern Nevada building trades unions, all 20,000 strong, had a hand in every one of them.
100%. Yeah, we love it. I think our kids get tired of it. Like, oh, look what I built, look what we built, look what we built. But it's a very prideful job because like I said, we build monuments. There's nothing that Southern Nevada building trades can't build.
Vince Saavedra is the executive secretary treasurer of the local building trades unions. They represent thousands of electricians, plumbers, roofers, anyone needed to build a mega resort or family home. And they represent thousands of undocumented immigrants. Is it fair to say that millions of undocumented immigrants are working in construction nationwide?
That's fair. For sure.
And tens of thousands in Nevada?
That's fair to say.
The Center for Migration Studies estimates there are more than 1.7 million undocumented construction workers in the U.S., and the Urban Institute estimates that almost 1 in 3 construction workers in Nevada are immigrants, with about half of those undocumented. Saavedra says his unions don't check the immigration status of its members. He says they want to find qualified workers to fill the backbreaking jobs on a construction site.
They all have a why. They want to work, they want to make money, they want to provide and protect their families, and they'll take the job that nobody else wants.
If those workers are deported, a local economist says it will exacerbate the housing shortage in Southern Nevada and prices will go up.
What I'm saying is what's probably going to happen is the apartment buildings just won't get built. And there won't be as many apartment buildings, rents will go up, and also there will be less jobs available for construction workers.
But local conservative talk show host Sam Rajovsky says don't worry about a lack of workers. He says if deportations cause a labor shortage, there's an easy fix. Simply allow more skilled workers to stay in our country through the existing visa program. And he says don't worry about paying more for homes. He says if you have to pay American citizens more money to do the same jobs as undocumented immigrants, that's actually good for our economy.
Maybe the cost to build a home, goes up a few dollars, but the issue is that you have so many more people locally making more money. They're spending that money in their local businesses. Their extra income gets reinvested into the economy. And that's an ecosystem that's good for everybody.
You can see there's two sides of this story, right? I mean, I've been doing these immigration stories for the last month, and believe me, I've heard from both sides of this issue through emails out there. But I want to make this clear. It is illegal. It is against federal law for employers to hire people who are undocumented. And this is under the 1986 law. It's the Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986. But many times, I'm not just saying here in Las Vegas, but nationwide, we have employers that simply do not check for their immigration status. Sometimes they can get undocumented immigrants to do a job for less money.
Yeah, and a lot of people have made that argument. Instead of going after the folks who are just trying to work, go after the people who are actually giving them the opportunity.
And I've heard this time and time again from people. They say that these employers should use E-Verify. And that does verify the immigration status of these employees. That'd be an easy way for them to check.
Well, the question in this industry and then in agriculture for sure is,
Yes.
Are these jobs that anybody who grew up in this country would want to do?
And I've heard the other side of that argument too. I heard from conservative pundits saying you're saying that Americans are lazy, and that's not exactly what they're saying. But these people are at a different level. They need to make money.
Yeah.
And they need to find a way to do that. And so sometimes they will do jobs that most Americans won't do. But the other side of that argument, if you paid American citizens more money,
Gotcha.
they would do those jobs for a price.
Yeah, as you're saying that, I just thought about one thing you said in your story.
Yes.
You said it's back-breaking work.
It can be.
It can be. So
and
that's something to
can you
consider.
imagine being a roofer working in 120 degree heat?
No,
It's tough work.
much respect for
It's tough
everybody who
work.
does that work.
Yeah.
A lot of respect. All right, thanks so much.
You bet.
Well, coming up